so back. What's up, everyone? Scott the TroutHammer here. Told you guys I'd be coming back. It just, you know, needed an opportunity. Thanksgiving weekend, surf conditions look perfect, so we are out looking for some delicious fish tacos out of the ocean. Been a long time since I've been able to do this type of fishing, and biggest reason is I can fit in my waders again. Yeah, for those of you that have been following my efforts that I've shared about on the community page, you guys already know about this. I'm down 70 pounds for the year, still going strong, still trying to get down my goal weight, but now that I'm able to do some of this type of fishing again, I'm getting it done as soon as I can. So we are back out at Seal Rock today. Got Christian fishing with us. Ben, a friend of mine with his brother and his sister-in-law, came with us too, because it's party time in the surf fishing. Been so long since I've done this, you guys haven't even seen my new rig. I even bought this a couple years ago, but you know, haven't been able to do this type of fishing in years, so first time I'm able to bring this one out. It's the 12-foot Okuma Rockaway Surf Rod. It's the same one that I had before, but it's just a foot longer to assist with some distance and casting. Then actually upgraded to a saltwater resistant reel. I found this one off of Amazon. I can't remember the brand name, but I mean, specs wise, it's exactly what you look for in a surf reel. It's got, you know, the high gear ratio, you know, really good capacity on there, and of course corrosion resistant, which you want for fishing in that. Maiden voyage for the new rig. I haven't been surf fishing in a long time. I'm hungry for some fish tacos. Let's get to it.
Yep, you saw me. There you go, guys. That's a fish. There you go, guys. That's unreal. Oh, this is such an awesome looking fish. Oh yeah! All right, guys, check that out.
And today we are rocking with the usual high-low rig with some 2-inch camo gulp sandworms, and we're using a 2-ounce weight today because surf's not that bad and there is absolutely no wind today. All right, first cast with a new rod. Oh, that was like butter. All right, we got the longer rod. Let's see if we can really get some distance on this thing. Threw it so hard, my whole rig almost took a bath. Starting pretty close to the rocks here at Seal Rock. The plan is to move south down the beach. We've currently got an outgoing tide. I know a lot of people debate for surf fishing whether or not low tide or high tide is the best tide to fish, or like, you know, slack tide, you know, either way. I've done pretty well surf fishing any position the tide's in. I think it just matters more if you know the location you're fishing and you know where the troughs are. I suppose I should have started out with this. Rule number one when you're surf fishing, do not turn your back on the ocean. Yeah, we're gonna be moving around a lot trying to find the fish, so I'm gonna fish a spot for like maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and if I don't get a bite, I'm gonna move down the beach, try to find where the school is, but as you move out, you don't turn around to walk out of the ocean. You back up out of the ocean. Every once in a while, you'll get a big wave come up out of nowhere from behind you, and it'll take you out. I'm a big, heavy, strong guy, and the ocean's way stronger than me. Okay, make sure our sandworms are staying on good. These are the batch that I consider to be pretty subpar. So you see, Christian and I, we've been doing this a long time. We kind of have a system where we leapfrog each other, cover twice the amount of ground in the same amount of time. So if you're new to surf fishing, some things to look for, give you clues to where the fish might be. Most obvious clues if you see sand crabs coming up out of the sand. That's one of their primary forages. Or if you even see their shells around, means obviously they've been feeding. Don't see any. I see a bunch of ripped up sand dollars though. You can also look for where you see the beach kind of like take a deeper dip. You know, that's a sign there's a trough and food's gonna collect inside that trough, so the fish will be sitting in there feeding up. But spots like this where you see this creek kind of comes out empties out in the ocean, that's another higher likelihood spot, because that's the spot where, you know, more food and forage form is going to come down the conveyor belt and collect in the areas right out in the surf. So I usually only ever go about knee deep in the water. I know some people that wear full scuba gear that actually go like neck deep out there. Cast down the breakers as far as you can. Now you're gonna feel what you're gonna think are bites. That's just the waves crashing over your line. You'll feel like a quick vibration. You know, the surf perch, when they bite, they're actually pretty vicious. You'll feel the head shake through your line. Especially if you're using braided line like me, it doesn't have any give to it. So you just kind of bring your weight and your bait back to you, kind of just covering the water between you and the breakers. You know, this isn't really a cast and retrieve method of fishing as much as it's just covering water with bait. Now, you want to be a little more patient with this setup than you normally would with, like, say, you know, anything that's meant to be retrieved, like a worm, crankbait, anything like that. That's fish. That was absolutely a bite. Got hit! It didn't feel very big, but that was absolutely a bite. That was pretty close too. At first I was like, that might be a wave crashing on my line, but it just kept shaking. So because I had a bite, I know there's signs of life over here. I'll fish this spot just a little bit longer. Shouted over to Christian that I got hit. So he's now leapfrogging me because he hasn't caught anything over in his spot. So we're trying to find the fish together faster. Haven't seen any sea lions either. That's also typically a sign you got life in your area. If the big predators are out hunting. A couple more casts in, didn't get any more bites, so I'm gonna leapfrog Christian again. And to my surprise, the sandworms are holding up after like 12 casts. Last time I fished with this batch, they lasted like 5. And I know we're still on the high tide side of the outgoing tide, but this beach is a lot shallower than I remember. But it's also been years since I've been able to fish in the surf, and even longer since I fished this spot. Now, bathymetry is constantly changing. Oh boy. That's what I'm talking about. See how fast that wave built? If you had your back to that, you'd be swimming. Another point of safety for surf fishing, 2 feet on the ground. Come on, fishy. Where's fishy? We'll be in Florence at this rate. I had that one bite way down there, nothing ever since.
I had one bite probably about 200 yards back that way too.
And well, either wait to see how things change with low tide or hit Lost Creek. But yeah, 3 bites and we've covered, what, half a mile so far?
Yeah, 4.5 miles somewhere around there.
I don't want to just keep going.
Right.
We've done that before.
Yeah.
It ends badly.
Yeah.
Yeah, just start working my way back.
Yeah.
Coming at me from both sides. So something else you'll probably notice a lot while surf fishing, you see how my rod tip's kind of dragging down and back up, down, back up. That's not a bite, that's just the swell going back out. It's just catching the weight and pulling it out. Also usually means you're in pretty shallow water. All right, Seal Rock, you win this time.
Oh, we hooked into some big stuff out there.
Oh yeah?
Rocks, but...
And did you guys catch anything yet?
No, I had one bite. That was it.
Okay.
Like I thought it was a wave crashing over my line. So I felt the shake of the wave. I was like, it's just a wave. Still shaking. That's gotta be a fish.
I thought I had hooked a fish out there. I caught like the one rock out in the sandy area. Lost Creek? Whatever.
Let's get lost. As we transitioned over to Lost Creek, and it already looks way tastier than Seal Rock did. Nice, you got double. Hell yeah. Look at that.
Congratulations.
Right on, you got one definite keeper.
Yeah, I was gonna say the little one on the bottom, I'm not so sure about. Stop right there.
That's a good sized fish.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm in the middle of getting rigged back up. Okay, back in business. We clearly found the fish. Ben caught a double. Whee! I apparently found the worst spot to stand. Yes, very nice. Want a hermit crab?
I think I'm okay.
That's a big fish.
Yep.
Yeah, it's actually the first live wild hermit crab I've ever seen. There we go. Finally. All right. First surf perch in so long. Oh, I've missed this.
Successful day out perch surf fishing.
Yep.
And
Yeah, you got double. That's rare.
I think moving to the artificial made it a little easier because I wasn't worrying about the sand shrimp coming off, trying to get them tied down or anything.
Yeah, it stays on the hook easier too.
Yeah.
I was starting to worry it was going to be one of those days. I just find it interesting how there's straight rows of rocks. I was thinking about making a couple more casts over where Ben caught his double. We got a little bit of daylight left.
That's fine. I went back to that area and immediately got snagged up against monster shit, so I'm not gonna rig up again just for that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I'll just make like 3 more casts over here, and if I snag up, I'll stop. Even if it's one fish, it was worth it. I've fought hard to be able to do this again. Shark tooth?
Maybe not. Maybe.
Shark tooth shaped shell.
Yep.
That's hard to say.
Yep.
Yeah, we're pretty close to peak low tide based on what time it said it was going to be and how close the sun is on the horizon. I was thinking I can catch at least one more fish.
Feels nice to catch something.
Yeah. I mean, are words even needed? Just look at that. It's half the reason I do this, especially right at sunset here in the winter. It's worth the cold air. Yeah, Lost Creek wins yet again. You know, like we've done so many times before. Start out at Seal Rock getting absolutely nothing, come here and just hammer them. My buddy Ben caught his first double. I think he caught another one that was pretty small. He just threw it back. I know Christian, besides the big one he caught another one that was too small and he threw it back, and then the one that I got. First surf perch in years. I've been craving fish tacos so much. So yeah, physically things are in a lot better place. So I'm gonna be able to do a lot more fishing like this again, and things are, you know, continuing to improve. I've got a goal to get back down to around 280, and I'm currently 50 pounds away from that goal, but that was with starting the year at 400. So remind me never to do that again. Besides the setting and the fishing for myself, is always one of my favorite things to get friends out fishing and have them be successful fishing too, have them catch fish, you know, fish they probably haven't tried before and they could try for the first time, and, you know, an experience that I enjoy. I know you guys enjoy because you guys seem to watch me. Speaking of which, I want to know, you guys thought down in the comments below. I didn't say at the start of the video, just wanted to get right into it, but if you guys haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button down there and the notify bell next to it. Click on all notifications so you guys will be the first to see all the great content like this that'll come from this channel. And I'll just let the beauty of the Oregon coast speak for itself here. I'll say thank you guys so much for watching. As always, tips up, tight lines, and have fun fishing.